So it's quite exciting. We're going to open up the fireplace, or certainly have a look, see whether it's feasible. We may find some gold left by pirates, or a dead pigeon. Bonjour, my little chicken chasseurs. How are you? It's very echoing here. You can tell I'm decorating. How are you? God bless you. You make me feel brand Newbury. So I'm in Newbury today, yes, obviously. We had a quick chat earlier about the fireplace. As you can see, that's as far as I've got so far, although I have got all the skirting boards off. It's been a typical day in the Amy household, although I'm not in my house, obviously. I had a meeting with my new business mentor this morning, then did some work. I just had a 2-hour online meeting with some of the coaches from AFCB, Andy Batterson and Hannah and Katie. A few of you all know them. It was a para sport presentation with a couple of guys and girls from the FA as well, and it's great. I always love those things because it's always great to hear the views of other coaches, which is why I always say to you guys, particularly the ones who are looking at coaching or are coaching, that's why we do CPD, although today's wasn't CPD, and that's why we like to chat to other coaches, because it gives you a greater insight, especially at AFC Bournemouth, actually, who, as you all know, are really big in the community with the various programs. So today's was about talent ID in parasport. It's called parasport because it runs parallel. Hence, before I mentioned that the Paralympics are not about being paraplegic or anything like that. It is because they are parallel games to what I guess we would call mainstream. So today, that was essentially what today's was about, and talent ID and signposting. And then we did a lot on England, not necessarily on England, but on B1 blind football, which is, we have a national B1 team, which I say I was blessed a few years ago actually to go up to a weekend training session with those guys. And it's incredible. It was up at St George's Park, which is a great venue anyway, but that's what I say, that's where all the national teams train, including the CP squad and the blind squad and the deaf squad. Deaf squad sounds like they've got machine guns, doesn't it, when they come to the game? But it's great, and I think over the next few days and weeks, particularly a few days, I guess, I might concentrate on one particularly impairment-specific football team or genre of football, just to give you an insight and what I know about the different impairment-specific football. And it's always interesting. And I've said before, some of the training sessions we look to understand other people's impairments. So, for example, we'll have a training session where you'll have earplugs in so that you can understand what it's like playing football if you're hard of hearing or deaf. And we do have players who are hard of hearing, as you know. And it'll be interesting when we come to do the visually impaired or blind football, the blindfold. But actually, part of today's sort of webinar this afternoon was about the FA promoting more their B1 project, which is where they get out in the community and help coaches coach blind football. And there's some interesting games and some fun games, and you don't have to be visually impaired, So once that's up and running, it'll be great, and we'll do a few sessions on that at some point. So yeah, that was my takeout from today. So sorry yesterday's was a bit short, but yesterday was an incredibly long day, and we still had stuff to order when I vlogged. So yeah, so that's been my disjointed day. I've got to get on with the fireplace, and I will probably check back in later on. Bye.
Home. Hello. Hello. Thought I'd do some yours from the mystery machine today, just in case the cat pounces on me when I get indoors in a minute. I need to feed her. She's probably got snipers out ready for me. But I can appease her with some dreamies. That always works. Okay, so how did the barber manage to win the race he was in? It is because he knew a shortcut. He knew a shortcut. Of course he did. He was a barber. He also knew a long cut and an in the middle cut, which we call a medium cut. What noise does a train make? What noise does a train make? Oh, let me start this tongue twister again. What noise does a train made of bubblegum make? It is, of course, choo choo. You all more than welcome, my muckers. Be safe.